honours were even at the end of the first day of the LV County Championship London derby between relegation-threatened Surrey and Middlesex at the Kia Oval. Chris Rogers batted after winning the toss but lost Sam Robson in the third over as he edged an outswinger from Jay Dernbach behind before he troubled the scorers. Middlesex have lost their last two matches and they didn't begin this one well either, with Joe Denley nicking Tim Linley to Vikram Solanki with just 24 runs on the board. Just more than an hour into the match and Surrey also thought they got rid of Rogers, who got into a muddle when trying to leave a ball from Xander de Bruyn alone. Rogers and fellow left-hander Darby Malan did settle in though in the morning in what was another big game for the home side, who eased their own relegation problems just a bit by beating Derbyshire at the Oval on Sunday. That was their first success of the four-day season and they really needed to make that count by getting one over their neighbours here. A London derby is always likely to produce very competitive cricket, and this pair started to balance this game up. Rogers struggled for runs on his return from the Ashes at Lord's last week, but he made a 50 here, getting to it with his 10th four from the 75 balls he'd faced. He batted out the morning session, but after the lunch break, he was a fraction late reacting to Malan's call as he worried about the bowler stopping the shot, and that saw him being run out by Dernbach for 55. Malan may have felt a little guilty about that, and so he now needed to go on. Unbelievably, this shot off Linley took the talented batsman to his first 50 of the championship summer. He'd needed only 63 balls to get there, from which he caressed 9 fours and turned a bad start into a much better one. But he too was unable to take full advantage of his start. On 61, he tried to force Linley off the back foot, but instead edged to De Bruyn with a total on 159 for 4. Given the scores in the last match with Derbyshire in South London, Middlesex would have been pretty pleased with the way things were going, and Neil Dexter and John Simpson then took their side into the final session and beyond with few problems as they were able to bring up the 200 for their team. Surrey had to make a late change to their side after Zafar Ansari was injured in the nets, and that gave Gary Keedy the chance to remove Simpson for 23 before he was cut for a couple of runs to take Dexter to his half-century, which was made off 128 deliveries with 7 fours included. Keedy, in only his 6th championship game for Surrey after his winter move from Lancashire, picked up a second wicket when Gareth Berg edged behind to Stephen Davies. Gareth Batty then nearly removed Dexter, who just about got away with this paddle shot, only to lose Ollie Rayner at the other end as it was 3 wickets for the 38-year-old left-arm spinner Keedy, Rayner taking it slip off him by De Bruyn at 248 for 7. Surrey had the second new ball available and 14 overs to now make this their day by ending the Middlesex innings, with James Harris and Dexter, by hook or by crook, managed to get through those overs with their wickets intact to make sure that this fascinating opening day ended with honours even. Middlesex have Dexter to thank for that. He survived for 4 hours in making an unbeaten 77, which took the visitors to 280 for 7 by the time that stumps were drawn. Dexter will be pushing hard for his second century of the summer at the start of the second day.